Matt, thank you so much for joining us. Let's start by talking about Appian. We know it's a software company, but tell us exactly, what does Appian do?
It's a pleasure to be here, Susie. Appian is a low-code company, which means we provide a platform on which organization can draw a flowchart and turn it into an application. It's one of the fastest ways to make a new application, and it's important these days because we've all seen in 2020 how essential it is to change your organization or invent new processes on the fly in short timelines. This allows us to adapt to changes, whether they be strategic changes, regulatory, or emergencies.
And you're also a purpose-driven company, and you've said that one of your priorities during this whole pandemic is to be an organization that steps up in hard times instead of stepping back. Tell us why that's so important to you.
That is deeply important to us. I think in hard times, we're all challenged. We all first want to look out for ourselves, and it's easy to forget the fact that others are being challenged at the same time. And if we have strength, that's when it's needed the most. And so we did look after our own. We watched the health of our organization. We strengthened our community. We dispersed. We canceled our conference and we postponed it. But we realized we also had strength to help others. We are, after all, an organization that allows for the making of software quickly, for new applications, new processes quickly, and that is exactly what many organizations needed to handle the pandemic. And so it wasn't enough for us to protect ourselves, we wanted to help others. We realized that this was an opportunity, so we created an application that would allow organizations to deal with the pandemic, track the health of their members. We've evolved that application now into something that's a suite, and that's a digital health strategy. But right from the beginning, a couple of weeks after COVID really broke across the United States, we were offering for free to more than 1,000 organizations a health tracking COVID protection application. I think that in difficult times, that's when you really need to challenge yourself to help, because that's when other organizations need it the most and other people need it the most.
That's so good to hear about that effort. And I understand that your employees were all in on this. I mean, they were volunteering to get in this effort, and they were working extra long hours to do the work. I mean, what was the feedback you were hearing from inside your organization?
I've been running this company for 21 years. This is one of my most proud moments at Appian. When we dispersed in the wake of the pandemic, we shut down our conference, we went home, we started video conferencing, and I asked whether they would be willing to volunteer their time to help each other in case we needed it, to help others to create this product. And we were overwhelmed by the amount of volunteer, the amount of support. I knew that everybody had worries, right? They were concerned about their own health, their family's health. They've got parents and kids to look after, and yet they had the strength to step up. And we did. We helped more than 1,000 other organizations with their digital health strategy for free. And we also saw each other through the crisis, giving each other whatever help we might have needed, little things, just incidental daily things. But some of us were stuck in position, taking care of an elderly relative or a child. And so we relied upon the mobility and the generosity of our community.
So what kind of lasting impact do you think your good work with companies will have, not just the businesses that you're helping, but also in terms of promoting good corporate citizenship?
I think the example of stepping forward instead of stepping back in hard times is essential. And I'm not saying that Appian's the only company to do so. I believe we're surrounded by companies that have stepped forward, and I'm proud of all of them. I'm proud of the way that the business community generally has realized that this is an opportunity to share our strength instead of retrench and merely survive. There are businesses that are having a truly difficult time with the pandemic in certain sectors. And then there are businesses like in our sector where, frankly, we have a little bit of strength to spare. And it's important for businesses that are in that position to use that strength on behalf of others. We've even started other major charitable initiatives during this year, realizing that this was a time of difficulty for others and that we had strength to spare.
And Matt, how has this whole coronavirus crisis influenced the way you lead, your leadership of Appian?
This virus episode has brought to the fore one of the most important qualities that we've had as an organization since the day we were founded, and that is the way we respect and encourage dissent amongst our employees. We started out as a debating culture. We were founded by debaters 21 years ago, and we've always argued our way to consensus. And when new employees arrive at Appian, we encourage them to join in that argument. We are very respectful and we listen to all voices, but dissent is the means by which we get to great decisions. And whether that decision is how we help other organizations through COVID or what new charitable mission we're going to take up this year, we listen to all voices. It's a very humanizing habit. It means that our employees bring their whole selves to work, their voices, their thoughts, their unique ideas, and we benefit from the dissent and from all perspectives. We come to a better conclusion because everyone can speak their mind. I think we should value each other as whole people, and this is a good way to do it.